Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to planner season. So Michelle and I decided a couple of months ago perhaps that we would like to put out a series where we are highlighting 4 of what we consider to be the most popular planning systems out there. And the reason for us doing this is because, one, we really do want to help inform others of the different types of planning systems out there. We want to also help planner girls and planner boys, planner people who are thinking about switching and finding a more effective system. So, in helping to do that, in sharing the pros and cons of each of these planning systems, we're hoping that we will help other people to be able to make an informed decision about the planning system that they would like to try, or even people who may want to get into planning and using planning as a method or a means of living a more organized life. So as we all know, Michelle and I are pretty similar, but also pretty different. So our hopes in collaborating on this series is that you guys will be able to get information regarding these different planning systems from 2 different perspectives. So in episode 1, we are going to be covering quill or spiral bound planning systems, followed by episode 2, which is going to be disc bound systems, and then string bound systems, and of course, ring bound systems. While there are other systems out there, we would consider those to be 4 of the most popular and also the 4 that we have experience in. The both of us have, well, I don't know how long Michelle has been planning. I would assume longer than me. I have been planning for about 2.5 years and I have used all of the systems. As influencers, we are able to, get our hands on these planning systems for free usually and just be able to look at them and review them and try them out. As a non-influencer, I can tell you that there would never come a time where I would be out here in these streets buying up a bunch of planners and trying them out just for the heck of doing so. Like, I think that would not be that wise. So to kind of help you guys to make an informed decision, and because we have messed around with a lot of these planners, we thought that it would be important that we kind of just share, what we've learned, share the truth. This isn't in collaboration with any major planning company or whatever, so not that it matters because I'm always keep it a buck, period. But with that being said, just going to be straight facts regarding our opinions of these different systems. Of course, it wouldn't be a Shay and Michelle collaboration if we didn't end with a bang and with the giveaway. So we are going to be doing a giveaway similar to last year. So this year we are going to have 8 clue words. 4 will be in my videos, 1 in each video. 4 will be in Michelle's videos, 1 in each video. So in total, you guys will be able to collect 8 clue words. You have to have all 8 of those clue words in order to enter the giveaway. We're not doing this to be difficult. I just feel like if I'm going to give cash or something of the equivalent where I'm actually coming out of my pocket, I would really like to give it to those people who support me. So it's a fun way to kind of get around just giving a random X amount of money away giving an amount of money away to just somebody who doesn't really actually watch and support. So if you're an avid viewer, then you're good to go. Look for those clue words. Some of them may pop up on the screen. Some of them we may speak and say, here's your clue word. So just write down those clue words. It's going to be super easy, super fun, and you have to collect all 8 clue words and get them all correct in order to enter the giveaway. If you enter the giveaway without having all of the clue words and the correct clue words, your entry will not be valid. The giveaway will be opened at the end of the series. So in our final video, we will announce that giveaway, and that is when you guys can go ahead and enter, and it will end on Black Friday. These videos will come out every Monday, Lord willing. Y'all know we have some technical difficulties at time, but the videos will come out every Monday, hopefully, and then that final Monday in November, that's when the giveaway will be officially, basically ended, and then it will close on Black Friday. So I hope that you guys are ready to learn about all of these different planning systems. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Okay, so let's start talking about ring-bound planning systems. I feel like This is like my newest love. I'm definitely interested in ring bound planners, and I cannot wait to just share with you guys everything that I have learned so far. So, much like string bound planners, when you start hearing people talking about A5 and B6 and personal and pocket and all of that, they are either talking about a string bound planner or a ring bound planner. This that I have with me today is actually a ring bound planner. We covered string bound planners in last week's episode. So this is actually an Agenda 52 notebook that I purchased from Hobby Lobby for the low, but actually Start Planner sent me a notebook, and I actually prefer the aesthetic of this one, but I will tell you why I had to switch out of it. I actually prefer this just like through and through. It's just way more my speed. Like, obviously this speaks to me on multiple levels, but I ran into a slight issue, which I'm going to share that with you guys in this video. And then you know, again, that's kind of like a part of me sharing the pros and cons of all of these different planning systems. So, ring bound planners. This is my ring bound planner, and I had some stickers on me because I was going to be slinging stickers. But this is my actual ring bound planner. This I feel like is probably one of the more simple ones. Like, I mean, literally, I feel like when we're talking about ring bound planners, this one is maybe the easiest to wrap our brains around, because it's literally like, it literally looks like what it is, instead of, you know, a traveler's notebook. You might not know what the heck that is just by hearing the term traveler's notebook, but when you hear ring bound planner, you typically can figure out that this is, you know, a ring bound planner, because we have rings here. I would say that starting with the actual covers, there are a lot of covers out there for the ring bound planner. The only issue is figuring out which actual size you want, because, you know, when you're in the beginning stages trying to figure out which size fits your need, that is going to be difficult, because you may find yourself purchasing a bunch of these notebooks and agendas and covers. But once you figure out which one you actually like, I think that will help you and guide you in choosing your covers. But there are so many covers out there for this style of planning. I just feel like this is probably one of the, I'm no planner connoisseur, but I just feel like this is probably one of the OG styles of planning, one of the OG planning systems. So again, Agenda 52 Paper Studio has covers. You can get covers from the Start Planner, Day Designer, I think Kiki K even has some ring bound notebooks and agendas. So Louis Vuitton, obviously, that I feel like that's the goal notebook. Louis Vuitton actually makes a cover that's like hundreds. It's probably like, last time I checked, it was like $800. But talking about the actual mechanism is pretty simple. I'm finding that this style of planning is one that is very customizable, and where I can actually get all of my needs met. So this is kind of like I said, the OG ring system that we used when we were in like 5th grade and we carried around those binders and stuff. So I feel like that's why this is speaking to me, or has been speaking to me lately. But again, ring bound system, this has 3 rings up here, three rings down here, which is pretty much not exactly how you know it's an A5 planner. I know it's an A5 planner just by looking at it. Now, regarding getting your pages in and out, super simple. You just pop open the rings, get your stuff out, and then, you know, put your stuff back in quite easily. Adding pages, super easy. I have this paper trimmer here from Rapesco, and I can size it. I don't know if you can see on the inside, there are different sizes here. So they have a size for the mini and pocket, and then the A6, and then the A5, and then compact, all kind of stuff. So I just use, I just have to spread these open to the A5 size, and then you just punch it. So it's really super simple to punch pages in and out. I actually do prefer, like as an example, I printed this, and I got this insert. It's a printable that I purchased online from, I think, Cessav, but it was super easy to add this in here. All I did was print the insert that somebody already created, or I have created my own as well, but this is one that someone already created. I put a piece of 32-ish pound paper in my printer, and then I printed, and then I trimmed this down to fit inside of my planner, and which is not perfect, so all of the pages are kind of different sizes, but I just trimmed it down to fit in how I wanted it to fit, and then I just punched it and popped it in here. It was super easy. A lot of the stuff that I have, a lot of this stuff came with Start Planner. Start Planner sent me a bunch of stuff, so I was really able to get started quite quickly. But anyway, the actual mechanism I do enjoy. I do know that some people will cut slits in their actual pages so they don't have to keep popping this open and closing it. I'm really not a fan of that, so I just like to, you know, keep everything clean, because if you had little slits, then you could just take it out, pop it back in, very similar to the disc bound system, but I'm not really that interested in that, so I keep my pages in my little holes like holes. I don't cut slits in them. But regarding the agendas, just backing up a little bit, again, this one's cute. It has like a little clear pocket so you can put in your ID or some other type of important information, but this one does not. So they look pretty similar, but also very different. The other notebooks out there that I've seen are pretty different. Like the pockets in the back are different. Some have secretarial pockets and some don't have pockets, so on and so forth. So you just got to figure out what you like in terms of that. I do like a couple of pockets, so I can just put a few things in there, but I don't like to have a bunch of stuff in there because I do like this to be very minimal and very classy and very functional. I'm trying to minimize my life, get my life together, and be more functional in 2020. But regarding like where you can purchase some of the inserts and stuff, the reason why I'm really liking this is because the amount of inserts that you can create online, or just the amount of stuff that you can go online and print in general, is like mind-blowing. I'll show you something else that I printed. So as you guys know, we are planning to move into our first house, and so I just went online. I looked for a moving checklist on Google. I found one, printed it out. I do prefer printing on a heavier pound of paper, or like a thicker paper. I don't want to print on just copy paper, just because putting stuff in and out of here over and over again would be kind of annoying with like that thinner piece of paper. I feel like it would be all wrinkled up and jacked up, so I do prefer this thicker paper. But I just printed it. I trimmed it with my paper trimmer, which you can use scissors for that, to fit in here. Again, not perfectly, it doesn't fit, you know, all these different pages are actually different sizes. It doesn't bother me, but just printed it and I just popped it in here, and then boom, I have a moving checklist that I didn't have to create. I didn't even have to buy it. I got it for free. Now regarding buying inserts online, I would probably say, you guys, I am happiest with making, like, either creating my own inserts. Like, let me just show you something that I whipped up really quickly. I think I have something in here that I whipped up. Or as an example, I made this myself. I went online, I found this image with the little circle roses. I found a font, I put my name inside of the circle of roses, and then I just printed it on a piece of vellum. I let it dry for like 2.3 seconds. I trimmed it, I punched it, and I put it in my planner. So I am enjoying creating my own stuff and also buying stuff that people have already designed for me, either paying for that on like Etsy or something like that, or even just finding stuff on Google. This is a sheet this is actually a tab, so that doesn't count. But regarding the actual mechanism, I just pop it out, take it out, and then I just write. Sometimes I write on here, which I don't have any trouble running into the rings because I'm actually starting at the rings on the right side anyway. Now on the left side, I do find myself running into the rings. That is when I would just open it up, take it out. I probably wouldn't close it because I try to open it and close it like as few times as possible. So I normally just leave it open. I do my writing over here off to the side wherever, and then I just pop it back in and then I close it. So it is pretty simple. So one thing that I want to mention is that it might be worth considering having making sure that you purchase an agenda that has a pen loop, because I believe that having my pen easily accessible is really important. However, I guess if it did not, I could just pop it in here and then close the agenda and be well on my way. I wanted to bring something to your guys' attention regarding the tabs. So whenever I purchased these tabs, which were pretty expensive, I came home and immediately popped them into my planner. I was using the Start Planner. Well, the issue was whenever I closed the agenda, the tabs were literally hanging out. As you can see, they're kind of pushing it right now. They're like overlapping over my pen. They're not quite hanging out exactly, but they were cutting it really close with, they're cutting it close now. They were hanging out of the other agenda. So that's something to keep in mind. An easy way around that is to not buy side tabs, but to buy top tabs. But I'm not a person who likes top tabs. I don't want to flip like that and go to where I am in the day. I want to come here and flip this way to come to where I am in the day. So that's just something that I would like for you guys to keep in mind. But literally, I'm having so much fun printing my own inserts, trimming them down to size, or honestly, they don't even have to be perfect, just trimming them to a decent enough size where I can pop them in here. I'm over here punching up everything. This is just a random picture of my husband and me that I found, and I just punched that and popped that in here. Bunches and bunches of stuff I am, you know, putting in here. In the back, I actually have a pouch where I have some of my stickers and a paper clip, a magnetic clip, and then I have some movie tickets back here and some tickets for the Nutcrackers, and I have Nutcracker, and I keep receipts back here. So I am just loving having this and being able to keep all of my personal information in here. So today's keyword is actually Tuesday morning, so make sure that you write that down. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just kind of show you guys the actual mechanism and just share with you guys all that I know about the ring bound system. I have been using this for like a good month. By the time that you're seeing this video, because I'm pre-recording it, it'll be a good 2 months. So I know at this point even that I really am preferring this style of planning, and I'm still learning this one, so I may not have been as informative regarding the ring bound system as I was regarding some of the other systems. I love this size. I am an A5 girl through and through. Like, I used to be in love with my mini happy planner, which is only just a wee bit smaller than this, but then I discovered the A5 system through Erin Condren, and then I have decided that, you know, I really do love the A5 size. So this fits in literally every purse that I have perfectly, which my purses aren't like mini purses by any means, but they're also not like super big. But I can pop this in any purse, slide this down in any of my bags, and be well on my way. And as you can see, it kind of fits perfectly in my hand, not too big, not too small. So this is my A5 agenda, my A5 ring bound planner. I am loving it. You've probably seen a flip through of this already. If you have not, then you're probably going to see it really soon. But just wanted to show you guys, you know, the mechanism behind the ring bound planner. Hopefully you guys found today's video helpful. I tried to present the information just from my own personal perspective with a heavy emphasis on the actual mechanism of the actual planning system, because I feel like that's where that's kind of what's the most important, as long as it's like functioning, the actual functionality. If it's functioning for you, if you think that it may function for you properly, then I feel like that's really, as a functional planner, what matters the most. So anyway, I hope that you guys found this video to be helpful. Make sure you head on over to Michelle's channel to check out her video, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.